This is the most insane problem I have ever had recording a video. I've been doing this is my 5th year of recording videos, and I've never had the problem where I record video after video and there's no freaking sound. Now I did turn the speaker on. The speaker had been turned off. When I recorded this last one, I thought there was sound, but it said access denied, and it just shut me out of what I just recorded. So if there was sound, which I believe there would have been, I have no way of knowing because I can't access the video that I had just recorded. So I'm trying yet again to record on this, the 4th or 5th time that I've started a recording, and I've actually finished a few of them, only to have them no audio or not work. So it's frustrating for me, to say the least. But I had intended to update everyone on what had happened in my world over the past week or so. A week ago, before I went in the hospital, I had trouble breathing. If I laid down, I would hyperventilate and I couldn't really sleep. If I tried walking, I could walk maybe 10 steps or so, and I'd have to sit down and catch my breath because I'd be panting like crazy, just trying to catch my breath. So I had to go back in the hospital, and they drained about 1.5 liters of fluid from my left lung and about a little over 2 liters from my right lung, which enabled me to breathe better than I've been able to breathe in a long time, maybe even since I got out of the hospital the first time. My lungs are clear. There's some surgical procedures that still need to be done, a pacemaker, and to get my heart rhythm on a normal thing so that it doesn't turn around and fill back up with fluid once again. So I'm making progress, and the doctor that I'm working with is the most amazing doctor I think I've ever met. And he, the first time we actually talked, he spent a whole hour going over the prognosis of what was wrong with me and what we needed to do to fix it, so that I could once again breathe like a normal human being without all of the side effects and shortness of breath and all the other things that went along with it, including the arrhythmia of the heart, where my heart was out of its normal rhythm. And all of this stuff, there are surgical procedures in the future, the next couple of weeks or so, that are going to be taken. They're not as serious as the open heart surgery was, thank God, but they are surgical procedures, and they're being planned for the next couple of weeks or so to stabilize my heart and get it out of the atrial fibrillation mode and get it back into a normal mode, which involves, I think, putting a pacemaker in and one other thing. There's 2 different procedures, but those are ahead of me in the relative near future. Now, ironically, the court, the lawyers that are trying to steal my home, have a court hearing the beginning of next week, and they're attempting to foreclose and kick us out of the home. That's me, my daughter, son-in-law, and grandchildren, before school even starts. The school starts on the 11th, I think, and I think that's scheduled for the 4th or the 5th, the hearing. But in any case, I'm hoping that the ambassador is able to provide me with enough funding to have a lawyer represent me to get this whole issue cleared up. Because bear in mind, my home has never had a mortgage on it. When Dr. Mary died, I inherited half of her property. And not even included in that half was all of the financial aspects of her account. In other words, the bank accounts, she had had my name put on the bank account so that they became mine immediately. But my house and everything else was put on the file to do with her home, not on the file to do with my property. That was issued free and clear, And the day that I moved in, the house was paid for. And PNC Bank and its criminal attorneys have been trying to steal it. And I need help from the ambassador and financial help from anywhere that I can get it to get a lawyer that will represent me and stop this atrocity from occurring, where they're actually attempting to evict us from our house before school even starts. This is something that that needs to be done, and it needs to be done quickly, because they are trying to move as fast as they can to steal everything from me and from my family. I've also arranged with my son, and the same offer will go to my daughter and son-in-law, to rebut anything that I've said about them. I know my son feels I did not completely represent his point of view, and I'm thinking he will probably take me up on the offer. I'm not sure my daughter and son-in-law will or not. But if we don't save the house, it's all a moot point, I guess, isn't it? Because I will be left homeless at a time when my vision is bringing me into the fruition of actually shifting the paradigm and working with those like the ambassador who are shifting the paradigm. So these are things that are on my plate that I'm looking at that are very, very important to be reconciled and to be remedied. If those of you who are able can give any financial support toward legal representation. I did not go ahead with the GoFundMe account. I do have a PayPal account. You are able to donate on PayPal, and I will get those funds and use them for whatever it needs to be used for, insofar as reconciling the challenge of my home being stolen from me. So if you can keep me in your prayers and give whatever support you're able to give, it's always appreciated. I'm grateful for the wide number of people that are willing to step up. And it's funny because each time I've recorded a video, it's been shorter than the one before. The first one was over 10 minutes. The second one was 9.5. And this one is now just over 7.5. And I'm basically done. I can't think of what else I'm supposed to say, except to say thank you, and I appreciate your prayers and support. And hopefully all of these issues that I'm talking about will be reconciled, and I will be able to be more secure in my own home and be able to go on with the healing process that is being started by this wonderful doctor. Again, thank you very much. And namaste.